Okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Don't worry. Okay. See, like this is not a ordinary chit chat or a talk. This is called satsang. Now, what is satsang? Medley, you
Satsang
share.
is when you ask a question and you ask for wisdom. And the teacher
Satsang, okay.
Right?
Satsang is sang mean company. Sat
Oh.
mean the truth.
Oh,
Yeah.
so truth in company.
Company of the truth.
Okay.
Now, truth is not individual. Individual, we have the name and the form. That is uh, time born. What was the face like of your children before they were born?
We don't know.
The nameless and the
Faceless.
formless. So, life itself is beyond the name and the form. But we identify uh, mistakenly or not understanding the full spectrum of life, we identify, get glued to the name and form. This is me, the body. Body and mind are like a rented house for the scripture talk, divine spirit, immortal spirit, or the divine light, which is beyond the time, which never dies, never born. So, the other name, pure witness. Pure witness is in the state of even the child like 5 years, 7 years, they see the life without the interpreting through the window of mind, through memory. But 90%, most of our life live we in the capsule of time. What that means, the past, future, future, past, chewing the gut of the past, and we don't really live the life. We work very hard for what? To live the life, but that we miss it. We get caught in the circle 99, 99. Never live the life. The life is not the brain capsule, past, future, future, past, this prison of the time. Life is free from the time, yet in the time is here now. So if we observe mean not through the mind, observe without the mind, like a child does. Child see a beautiful rose without the word rose, without the color of the rose. It's just totally, total perception, perception. So what a tragedy that we want to live life, but only work hard for it, and never one knows, one disappear like a bubble. So, like the life, but get so much caught up in the time, become like a workaholic, thinkaholic, just busy, entanglement, get caught in that. And want to be free from it, but don't know how, because like the spider network, it creates its one line, then second line, third line, and then get lost. Then it want another clever thought that I want God. If I meet God, then I have eternal security in heaven, in paradise, not knowing that another idea of God, ideas from the brain, from the mind. And God is looking for you. What that God is looking for you? The wholeness, here and now. See in the eyes of the child, you will see that godliness that already is. But we have stepped out of into this worry circle, thinking circle. We enjoy the being. Being means the energy beyond mind. When the children play the play, they forget the time. 8 hours go like 8 minutes. That's the state of love, where the mind is no longer. So, that natural state is within you as you, because that's why the word human being, 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 which already is into the isness. But whether any society, any country, human being have reduced ourselves to human doing, work, worries, and nothing but fear. So, being related to the, heart, no mind. Now, mind is good to when you drive a car or it is, but when it takes over, it is very similar. Like it's good to have garden, but when the weeds take over, all the garden, and that's how we have to weed out the anxiety and stress and fear. So return to the inward innocence. For an example, thinking is good unless it become a worry. Like money is good as a servant, bad as a master. The similar like drinking wine in a festival, celebrating is good unless the wine start drinking you. Where does it happen? How does it happen? The stress, the painful body want to suppress it or forget it or run away, escape. The solution is not in the afterlife or in the paradise. Paradise, heaven is here now. Here now. Here now. Always is, always was, always will be. You can never come out of the life or godliness. The simplest of all is the being. Even the cats and dogs people care for, they live with the cats and dogs because it helps to share their depression, share their worries. Say always one way, it moves the tail only because of you provide the food. It moves the tail, but they know there is one irrevocable honesty. It always connected with the owner, with the master. It does not cheat. It does not break your trust. It does not pull you in the court and sue you or blah, 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 blah. Why there are divorces in human being in the countries which were never divorced, even in India and or Eastern countries, they follow the TV, CNN, and that kind of living become fake living because the objective world thinks, house, car, they blur their seeing. They cannot see clearly. the ego take over. Ego is just like a cloud. Ego is like a ghost. As we talked before, the name and form is like a ghost. The mind is not even yours. It's like appear and disappear. Like the dream is not even yours. You cannot program that I will take a Hawaiian dream tomorrow, next week. No, it happens. It appear and disappear. So find the real you, real life, which is free from action reaction, from pain and pleasure. Pleasure, pain, name and fame are all the same, appear like a game. But there is a energy beyond mind, which is the energy of the heart consciousness, which is not stuck or bound in the time factor, time capsule. It is a childlike state, pure innocence. And it only sees without the ego, judgment, and all that. It's like pure heart consciousness that can never be separate. Separate means black, blue, white, because even the breathing, you are breathing the most powerful vital energy is not even yours. It's not even black, blue, green. How can you carry a breathing cylinder with you on your back? If it's an object, somebody would steal would steal it. So the prana energy is going in, going out, and you don't even notice. The most powerful, invisible life. When it comes out from the nose, even 3 minutes, 5 minutes, you're go in the transcendental level, you're no more. But when you live life free from the mind, then you will know, oh, I was missing the life all along. That's never reactive, only observer. So it observe like a 5-year-old observe a bamboo, a rose without difference and memory. It only observe. So observation without the observer is a new life. Otherwise, when we see through mind capsule, we always judge. This one is black, blue, green, or better car than mine. All that. Just yo-yo. A dream stuff. Never live the life. And yo-yo is always get not only worry, but stress, anxiety, and then another stress. Cover it up. Drink, food, this object, that object. And that's why never know, never miss what divine within you, the pure innocence. It cannot be bought, it cannot be caught, it cannot be taught, because it's nothing but the wholeness. Just Stop being stupid. Stop being clever. Stop being cunning. Returning to the inward innocence, which already is waiting for you. You don't need to learn it. You don't need to believe in it. It already is. Everyone knows. Like even the little puppy knows. Because it does not need to know. It's not in the domain of the knowledge. It's in unknowing. Everyone's heart knows because it is in the unknowing, knowing itself. Like you already know that tomorrow will be, already is some kind of another knowingness. It's a pure knowingness. Like which human mind don't know anything except it is rotten memory. Add up. How do you know anything? You only know through the memory. Memory is nothing. So the heart knowingness is a different. Like mother is here, the child or 5-year-old is in maybe different country, Africa. Someone murdered the little child or something happened. The mother knows without the telephone, without the cell phone, because invisible, unified wholeness energy is nothing but fullness and empty, empty and fullness. That's in different kind of vertical knowing without knowing. See, we are stuck in the words, you see? You see the difference? But in Western culture, everything made audio and videotape, the toilet training, how to eat, everything. Look at in the forest, how the little monkey, you have watched the little monkey jumping from one branch to another branch, and you are telling me something about the butterfly.
Oh, the girl who's she helps the butterflies to hatch.
That's like automatic. That's what this science in the material world is not a science of being. It's only the science of fear, inventing, measure from to. There is vertical beyond the gravity, which already is fullness. And then the top scientists, even in Japan, they're discovering the atom or physical is nothing, but is nothingness and fullness at the same time. And that is so true, because all the 5 thing or 50 thing or 10,000 things are nothing but the energy. And then you go deeper and deeper and deeper, you will find emptiness. The more and more you align with the truth, then the truth start living through you, and the wholeness become a divine life before even you want or seek or think or desire. Already it start coming to you. 100,000 times faster than this motivational tapes and ambition and creating stress. And no, life upside down. Life is already it is ageness. Only when we become not get caught up into the thinking circles, lot of disease, lot of biological, pathological, and diseases are being born, psychosomatic, the lifestyle, because the people drag their painful body. New diseases, new virus, new that, because we are bringing imbalance in the mother nature and our own body. So this body is like a vehicle to live the life here and now. Only when we wake up to our own conditioning. What you have to say, Dr. Lenny or Natalie?
Well, the question would be, once you become aware that you've trapped yourself in these cycles, and you would love to be more like a 5 or a 7-year-old.
See, it is ups. That's what we are indicating, pointing, that is upside down. People want to learn headstand and they're already on headstand. You see? So, like, the life already is all the time, beyond the time of the time. But only recognize the conditioning. How do I learn to be the master of driving? See, take any road or any block and 10 people are driving. Some are enjoying and dancing and singing at the same time. Some people are so tense. And how do they become the master? They become the master, they're fully aware not only of their own driving, but to other people too. There are bumps coming towards you. So the same way, visible and invisible, you're fully aware. So, for example, how do you teach your child that don't put your hand into the fire? One has to, the child put the hand in the fire, then learn, or already before? Already before, right? The same way, the one who is sensitive and aware, it happened in the example of life of Buddha, that in one day he saw these four scenes: old age, dying, leprosy, sickness, and he said how to go beyond suffering. So the body is the contraction. Body, when you are born, we started there, that you are nameless and formless. You are the wholeness. But then through the birth and death, that is like a bubble. Like you see in the river is there, ocean is there, but the waves are there. So if one wave says, oh, I am the whole ocean, I am the one who owns the whole ocean, that the, what is that? Delusionally illusion. Yeah, Lenny, see, I'm drinking beautiful water. Yeah.
Pure, very pure.
So people don't want to be scientific. Actually, even the science of the modern science is not even a science, you know. Take any science, cell phone, computer, all they have done is the easement. You know, they can reach from one level to another level, or the cell phone, more easy, easement. This is easement. But what is the problem with the little cats and dogs? How are they miserable because they can't do the cell phone?
No.
See? So find out what is the real science. Real science is the self-realization. A new human being, which will be the being. And what will be that being? That means not seeking and striving for the desire, for this fulfillment of desire, accumulate this, accumulate this, accumulate that, accumulate God, or arrive to the God, is returning back to the home. What the real home, not the body mind, but there is light in the body mind and not not the not the soul. The spirit is in the body mind is in you. You are nothing but the wholeness. And this happen when the mind is knocked out. You go to Hawaii or adventure, any beautiful, the mind is gone for a minute or 2 minutes. Then you pull out the camera and the same thinking. One tape I made, Thinking is Thinking, and then it was too radical, but actually it is not radical, because the real life of 5-year-old child, can you return to that when you are 50?
No.
I mean, I pay you 10 million. Would you return? Or any person, richest person, Alexander, I'll give the half the kingdom. Can you give me 10 months, 10 days? So this time illusion is only enjoyable when you know the energy beyond the time. And that is see, man has not evolved. Man is actually more stupid than animals, cats and dogs. Why? Because it has invented 99, always anxiety, thinking. What does thinking do? It is material. Material, what material means? Subject and object. Subject and object. Past and future. Future and past and future. Is even you are sleeping, you want to rest, but out of 8 hours, tossing, turning, dreaming, out of that, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, there's no thinking. With open eyes or with the closed eyes, it means dreaming. So you are free from that 20-minute recharge your battery. That's the human being. That's the being. Being means no name, no form, no Trump, no nothing. Just the wholeness. Like a child is wholeness. One without the two. No subject, no object. No wanting. No wanting, not no wanting. Remember, that's like a not swimming, not struggling, but floating. Acausal. Acausal because the world, material world, cause and effect. What do I get? What do I control? And of course, when you are transcendental state through drug or drink, then for 20 minutes, of course, you start feel floating. But that's not the real solution. That's just a window. Then put you back again into the prison. Then again window, you see. That's why this culture get addicted. Addicted means you do not feel the pain at that time. This material world, the Western culture, little pleasure, this much pain. This much pleasure, this much pain. The yo-yo. But there is a state which is the state of the heart consciousness. Heart consciousness means eternally divine drunk, without the object, without the liquid, already, always. That's what the enlightened, realized master are. They become like a 5-year-old child. Aware, conscious, never reactive, but not even wanting happiness. Why? Because they already have the eternal pleasure, eternal happiness already. Like 5-year-old child, you tell him, you say, okay, do you want the diamond? It is worth 2 million. You ask, you want?
Well, she's happy to be
The real Kohinoor. So neither wanting nor non-wanting. It's the state of the heart. Heart means itself the wholeness, itself the same state is the dead. Dead person you ask, okay, I give you the diamond. It's worth 2 million. The dead person will say, what will say? Not say, not say. The same way, here people, English language or any language is very, very tiny language. That's why the real science can be taught through silence. Now, when I say through silence, people will think, oh, being quiet. No. It's a non reactive state of being. Being. B start with B and B start with the bliss. Bliss means where you don't want any happiness. Happiness, what our mind knows through subject and object. But there is another kind of anandam, bliss, which does not come and go, which already is, and you already know. You don't need to know because you already know. Other way, as for the word goes, Sat Chit Anand. That's what you are. Sat means the truth, Chit means awareness, and Ananda means conscious. You fully aware without being aware, you just are. No coming, no going, no coming, no going. Beyond the time, in the time, beyond the time. Where you have arrived home, the real home. The real home, when you are in the mother's womb for 3, 6, 9 months, you are in blissful state. The same way you are seeking outside, what kind of God who can always provide everything, what mind can imagine? Yes, that is the holiness, wholeness. When you wake up, that you are not a name and form, you're not a person, rather the presence. But appear as a person. See, all the material world is a dream stuff. They're inventing new kind of medication, medicine, all the science, what they can see, subject and object, and the killing machine, not knowing what the real paradise. Real paradise, no subject object, but the holiness, wholeness. And that's the being. The real wealth, the real. So the words are cannot describe the state of that bliss called Anandam. Only it can describe that no pleasure can go close to it, no happiness can go close to it. That is a new quality of joy. What is this life full of care, not a minute to look and stare? Stare means with the mind settled down. What the moment to share. You have anything to say, Lenny?
So you mentioned that we stay in the state of the heart to be conscious and aware, and to be self-realized. So, but how can you do that all the time? How do we stay in?
Oh, how one stay in that? You already are. You are to question yourself. Why do you run away like a child, a mother goes out, she put a caretaker, because child don't know. It can be maybe quiet, but if it sees something, it will go here, there. That's our monkey mind. You have to die before. Die means that a dead person needs no caretaker. That is relaxed. Will not go jump here, jump there. The same way, the ego is the one which want this, want that. What is that? Thinking. So thinking has put a curse on the human being. See, this little cat and dog can stay at least 2 hours or 4 hours. Put a man here. He want TV. TV is just entangled, stupid nuisance. That's just only a toy, keep a busy. So is the mind is so messed up, and people don't even think that it is a disease. So there are always too many holes inside the skull. Restlessness. Restlessness is of the body, but bigger restlessness is of the mind, and of course the body is a cellular mechanism. Like you take one, of course, it's not the food can take you somewhere. If you get drunk, you are at least quiet and silent for a few hours. But that is, what is that? That's putting a veil. That's not the solution. That's just only forgetfulness or entanglement. That's just only the veil, curtain, blocking. So, first and foremost thing is to be aware that I am the one which has cluttered table. No one else, me. So that's what the law of karma. Law of karma means that whatever doing and thoughts that comes back on me, because there is no other person. It appears as two, but there is no other person. It is suppose people cheat, hacking, cheating, they are not enough clever to be clever. Because if they grow little more intelligent, they will never cheat anybody, because it comes with the interest on your own head, on your own life. Some clever attorney, they can win the case by false belief, and that. What will happen? Their children will be born, they cannot even speak. Why? Because the wholeness and Mother Nature will punish them without the noise. That's called cosmic genetic. Cosmic genetic. The sanskaras, karma. The person who is honest and pure would sleep better, would digest better. Lot of new diseases being born because people always worried. They may have millions, or in Beverly Hills, everyone leaving 30 million, 40 million and dying every week. Because they think that money and power will lead me somewhere. No, it's a false bubble. One says how one stays in that, you already are. Only thing is, stop the rat race of the monkey mind. Then you already say, oh, it's like How would you find Dr. Lenny outside this house? You go anywhere, you go India, you go Africa, you'll never find. You never lost. You are here. The same way, the isness always is. The wholeness, you can never step out of the wholeness. Only it appear like you are caught into the mud, into the material. And of course, like thinking pulls you out, and it appear like you need one thing, another thing, and it does not stop. So it is not like the mind give you another illusion that, oh, I'll do enlightenment or I will do to reach to God somewhere, I'll be eternal peace. Oh, that's another dream. First and foremost is that you are trying to bring a change in the shadow. Shadow means fake identity. How will you change the shadow? Your shadow is outside 5 foot or 6 foot. How will you make changes? First, you have to discover the real. You see? Like, suppose there was a meditation teacher and some guy went there, oh, my mind is not quiet. He said, okay, no problem. Give me, I'll make it quiet. And he discover and find, and slowly he never find. It is only a mirage. Mind thinking is a mirage. The self, the identification, ID, first discover what is my real ID. Is it the name and form? That's where we started, the name and form. Suppose we change your name and form. You are still there. So we get identified to the name, form, and belongings. That's it, nothing. That's basura, name, form. But we get so much entangled into the name, form, and the images. That's like getting married to the dream stuff. You want to get married to Miss Diana? You can in the dream. So, but that's what the world, the dreamy world. That's what the ego is. It's a ghost. See, that's what, not now, at least 50 years after, the people will get out of the stupidity of ID and houses and the snatching and control. People will be giving. The life cycle will change when they realize there is a greater joy in giving. And then, I'm not talking of communism or capitalism. They all will disappear because money will disappear. Because there is a greater wisdom in the birds. Yeah, they don't make houses and fight over it and all this. Definitely, Human wisdom is nowhere close to the birds. My children, my children, my children. Look at the jungle. Tired. They make them full and fly. The value of the word love is taken wrong way in the vocabulary. This is my boundary. I love, love. Love will be actually giving. But automatic it happen. No mind. The sunlight is coming without deciding. Come here, it come there. There is no choice there. There is no mind there. The air is coming. That's the real life. So is the more and more, not more and more, because the language is very bad. Either you are or not. See, like you write booklet, movies to educate, but actually you give the narration, another story, and people like to listen to the stories, but the truth cannot be taught because it is not teachable. Teachable means the linear level, because we are used to learning, like a car or a flying. The truth is not that way. It cannot be taught. How it can be taught? You have never lost it. You always are, you always are the real reality, but somehow lost your soul and got into in your language, got caught into the flesh and memory. That's all. Bundle of meat and memory. That's not life. The waste of basura. And that's the word called asura. Asura means low caste. Low caste means they work hard, work for money, which is another fake. They want security, but don't know how can you secure, which is how can you secure your dream? You dreamt to be a king. That's a fake dream. But what is really real, which cannot be changed, is the truth. See, people want the peace, but they want it in a box. Box means pieces. Real peace is not into pieces. And that's how comfortable God they want on the weekend. You have thing to say? Anything more to say? Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Edit or and
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
yeah. See, before one actress used to come and then she said she don't want to be in the video, and when I said it is